Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is Magdalene Janet. If you're new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Instagram because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to my foodies for goodies. Familia, thank you so much for always showing me so much love and support by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. It helps so much. So guess what? I got the new Professional matte primer and powder from Benefit. Let's try it out. I was thinking, how am I going to showcase both of these to show you how each works? So on one side, I'm going to use the primer. On this side, we're going to see how the powder really works. Good thing we have like two sides to the face, you know? My skincare is done. I just did it maybe like 20 minutes ago. So skin is nice and ready. As you know, I have oily skin. This is supposed to be a matte primer. Let's check it out. It looks like this. Ooh. I like the Professional line. I think it works out well. Or at least it did back in the day. Remember the Professional primer? The one in like the blue turquoise? Like, ooh, okay. Let's see. Oh, it looks like this. Oh, wow. It's like milky looking. Look. The new Benefit Professional Matte Pore Minimizing Primer retail for $35. This is a mattifying lightweight face primer that visibly refines pores, helps makeup stay put, and keeps shine in check. The finish is matte. The highlighted ingredients is niacinamide that contributes to skin hydration and smooths the look of pores. Rosehip extract absorbs excess oil on skin surface. Mineral powder softly blurs the look of pores. Available at Ulta and Sephora. So I want to add it here. It feels thick, like hydrating. I really want to work it in the skin. Make sure I get all the areas. Typically matte primers also, I feel like they do a bit of blurring because they mattify the skin. That just happens by default. Typically matte primers are not really blurring, or the main focus is more mattifying. And look, you can see, you see that texture? You know it's thick. So it's pretty wet. Like always, you want to let the primer dry down. You see how wet this is? I'm like, is it gonna mattify? Okay. It's pretty wet. So I think it's gonna take some time to dry down. You always want to let your primers dry down somewhat. This one I'll probably give it 3 minutes. Let's see how it dries down and if it mattifies. If you don't have 3 minutes, I always suggest at least a minute or something. It's been a minute and look, nothing's mattified here. I don't know what is happening. Do I need to just blend it out some more? Okay, blend it. Ugh, my nose. Blending it out, it does look a little mattified. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, you can see the matteness. You see here versus here. Okay, I think I just maybe put too much. It was a little sticky, okay, which is good because that helps the foundation stick down. So far, we're a little mattified. It's not as mattified as, I don't know, maybe I'd like it to be. Also, the texture of this primer is a little bit thicker. It's not like the one size where it's a little thin and it dries down and mattifies the skin very well. This is a bit of a hydrating matte primer. I like the stickiness too. So now that everything is nice, done, blended. So this is the primer side. I feel like things look a little more matte. What do you think? Versus here. You see how glossy this side looks versus this side? It's not a very matte primer though. I'm thinking throughout the day it gets better. It sets the skin. This is the new Matte and Blur Loose Powder. Let me give you info about this. The new Professional Matte Blurring Loose Setting Powder retail for $38 and the mini for $22. This is a loose setting powder that mattifies and blurs the look of pores. The finish is matte. The highlighted ingredient is Obsolete that provides a rapid mattifying effect. Mineral-rich kaolin clay that absorbs excess oils on the skin surface. This powder is talc free. Okay, now that we know everything, I got the mini size because it was available basically. I'm happy that they do have a mini size. Not bad, it's cute. I like this shade, look. Okay, open this. First, I want to test it out. I always like to touch the powder to see how finely milled it is. And the way I know is if it sticks on my finger, it's finely milled. And it does. You see? So I'm happy about that. I'm going to use my powder puff from Rare Beauty. So I'm going to get the corner, grab this powder. And look, this is the shade. I like that. Even this out. And when it comes to setting powders, the setting powder has to set the eye area, the under eye area, and the skin well. If it doesn't do that, it's not for us, you know. Let me blend out any creases that I have here. Make sure everything is good because once we set our makeup, that's basically how it's gonna look. I always start with my under eye area. I look up, then look back down. I'm gonna work my way down to the face and I'm doing patting motions. Go back to the under eye and pat, pat, pat. This is the primer side. So let's remember that because you know, I'll forget. I'm gonna tap a little more. Even this out, tap, 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 and then set the lids too. What I'm really loving about this powder is this color. It's kind of giving me foundation vibes, powder foundation vibes. It's matte. Look at this before and after. Ooh. Again, this is the primer side, non-primer side, non-set side. Now I want to bake just like right here. Let's leave that and see. Now I'm gonna start with the other side. Ooh, like making a mess. Blend everything out. Make sure we're nice and blended. We're ready to go. Go here. Work our way down to the sides and tapping motion so you don't move any of the cream products you place. The skin looks matte and blurred. Not a very drying matte. So I kind of like that. I want to just bake here. I want to just see. Because this has a tint, I was kind of scared that it was going to darken the under eye area a little bit. But I don't think it has. We'll see. Let's take a flash photo right now and see. And then I'll take one later. Let's see if we have flashbacks. No, we don't. Look. Obviously the powder's there, but... Okay, what time is it? I didn't even tell you the time. It is 8:12. Before I finish up my face, let me show you how the face looks. You see how smooth that looks? This is the primer side. The non-primer side. I like it. I was putting my eyeshadow on and look, I didn't show you the lid. You see how smooth they look? Ooh! The lids have a little bit of texture. And this one, I feel like it looks a little worse today. But it's just, I like this. This eye is the good eye. And let's look at the under eyes. You know what? No, let me move this. I don't know if it's me or this powder has like a sheen. It doesn't look like it. Look at the under eyes. They look good. They're not as set as I would like it to be. You see those lines right there and this right here? I don't know. I don't know about that. Bro, let me finish up the face. I'm back. Skin looks good. Looks really smooth and non-heavy. So this is the side with the primer. I don't feel like it's matte. Maybe I'm expecting very matte. It looks smooth. It looks good, right? Here's the non-primer side. It definitely doesn't look as smooth as the primer side. It's not that different. You know what I mean? Both sides look good. The powder is really laying on the skin well. This powder has a bit of a sheen to it. You can't see it. I put it on my hand and I rubbed it just to really get a good look. Couldn't really see, so it's very, very subtle, but I can see it on my skin. The under eyes don't look as smooth. They don't have as much like coverage. I feel like remove some product or there's like a little bit of darkness peeking through, like right in the inner corner of the under eye right here. I mean, it doesn't look dark. Lids look good. Lids are very smooth. I have textured lids, so you'll see the texture. But the under eyes, I'm not 100% convinced. It may be the shade because it's like a translucent with a little bit of tint to it, which is great because it works for people of color. But I do find that for the under eye area, it can darken it up because it has that tint. Typically, translucent powders that are just translucent won't change the color. It's the setting powders that have some color to it. You know, let's do the flash test. Let's do it. Oh wait, my lens is not clean. Hold on. All right, let's try it. No flashback at all. Ooh, ooh. You can tell, especially this powder has a bit of color and a shade, which really melted into the skin. I don't know, I'm not 100% convinced with this, but let's see. Only time can tell how these products will work. My lip combo is this one. Which one is it? Oh my god, Limitless Brown and Warm Teddy. I just went back to my original favorite lip color. Okay, see out the window. This is how the skin looks. Well, in daylight, it looks nice. This is the no primer side. You see this sheen? I think the powder has a bit of a sheen to it. This is the primer side. Do you see a difference? Under eyes. See that darkness right there? Only time will definitely tell. Especially today's gonna be 100 degrees. So let's see. Hey fam, I'm back. It is 8:40. I couldn't handle my hair down anymore. It's up. I've had this combo on all day, but I got some footage for you at around, I think 5 o'clock to show you how the skin was looking. On the left side, the side with primer, it does look good. It looks a little bit smooth, but I am very, very radiant at this point. It was around 10 hours or like 9 hours. On the other side, it's looking the same. I do see a little more texture on the non-primer side, but other than that, it's looking pretty decent considering at this point it's most of the day and I had not touched up. Primer side, look. Eyes are really mattified. Skin is not. It looks a little smooth, right? Eyes actually look a lot smoother. I think with skin warmth, it definitely smooths out. This is the no primer side. You definitely see more texture here. It is definitely oilier. You can see like it radiates. Here too though. I just feel like here I'm radiant, oily, smooth. Here is just, it looks a mess because we didn't use primer. For sure primer worked. I don't think this primer is as mattifying as I personally would like it. It does a little bit of the job, but if you have very, very oily skin, this is not gonna work. I think the texture really never dries down well. A little too hydrating for us oily skin, especially after the one side primer. That primer is truly the mattest primer I've ever tried. It's low-key a little dry, but it keeps your makeup intact so well and it blurs. You don't know what I'm talking about? It's this primer right here. I love it so much. It's literally my go-to. So if you're looking for a mattified primer, I would say get this, not this. This is okay. It does a little light work, but we need some heavy duty work here, especially if you wear your makeup for long periods. Right now it's the summertime here. If you have oily skin, we need something that's gonna hold us together. This powder, I think it did an okay job. I don't think it's as long lasting as I would like it to. I don't think it's as mattifying as I would like it to. The only thing I like about it is the shade. The shade is beyond beautiful, but because we do have a little bit of a tint, it did darken up my under eyes, which is a problem depending how you like your makeup. I personally like a very highlighted under eye. If you don't like a highlighted under eye, this can work for you, but I just did not think the powder did a lot of work. You can see here, been all day and skin looks good, right? But it doesn't look good for the 60 something dollars I spent for both of these, and this is a mini, you know? So overall, I like Benefit. I think Benefit does great makeup. Their brow products are truly some of my favorite. Comparing to the stuff we have now, it's not my go-to. If you are looking for a good setting powder that smooths and makes your skin look beautiful, I would say Makeup Forever, One Size, Huda Beauty. I recently started using the Dominique Cosmetics powder. It is amazing. It's blurring, it's mattifying, but it's not drying. So we have so many options. Anytime things don't work for me, it doesn't mean that it won't work for you. And I always like to give you options. So I will link and tag these down below for you. And let me tap my skin. I just washed all my brushes right now and my sponges. So the only thing I have here is this thingy. I'm just like touching up. Okay, primer side, it looks good. I think makeup does good considering it's been all day with the little touch up. Nothing's patchy, so that's a good thing. Here's a little questionable. It's a little patchy here. We definitely just need a primer. Honestly, it was so hot today and I was legit in the sun. I could feel the sweat. This is why we do wear tests, so we can wear it and test it out. And I just don't feel like my skin looks great for some high-end product. I feel a little gastada, no lie. I feel like I look it too. Have you seen these around? Are you gonna purchase them? Have you purchased them? And if you have, if you've used it, let us know how you feel about this. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.